Hi guys, I'm Shannon the Garden Girl from Georgina Garden Center. Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to plant your own cat grass. So I have a container here and I chose one that's not very tall. It's more of a squat pot, only because sometimes the cats can get a little nuts if you have a taller pot that might knock it over or something like that. So I always do it in a shorter pot. If you have like a grower tray or anything like that, like a long, probably even a deeper cookie sheet, something like that, you could plant it in that as well. So it's quite simple. So I have some potting soil here. I'm going to fill it almost to the top with the soil. Now I didn't worry about putting stone or drainage or anything in the bottom of this because I'm not watering it a ton, and because the cat likes the cat grass so much, it kind of goes through it quickly and it germinates really quickly, so it's easy to start more. I tend to, or have in the past, had multiple containers, and I'll start them probably maybe every 5 to 7 days apart. And that way, if you want your cat to continuously have cat grass, that way as one's starting to grow, your cat can eat it. As it eats it down, you have another one coming ready for the cat at that point too. Or if it's just a treat, you can just kind of do it whenever you want. This cat grass here that we have, you can get at the garden center. This only takes 5 to 7 days, 5 to 10 days to germinate. So I've put some soil in there. It's a little bit from the top. You can see there. Okay. And just a really, really light pat. You don't want to pack potting soil. Geez, you don't want to pack potting soil down. So I've just put a little bit in there. I'm going to open this up. And I'm just going to really lightly and evenly shake on top of the soil up here. And this is what the seed looks like. That's what the seed looks like there. Just little tiny oats like that. Okay. So I have spread that somewhat evenly on top there. I don't pack it full, only again because I start so many of them, and this does just fine for one cat. And then you're just going to put just a tiny layer, and the package says the tiny layer of soil on top is going to be twice the depth of the soil you're putting on top is twice I'm trying to hold this up for you, the diameter of the seed. So as you can see, the seed is very small, so you're only putting enough soil in there to be twice the depth of that. So I'm just going to sprinkle, I'm going to do it with my hand so I don't dump it on top, just a little bit of soil just to cover it. And all the directions are on the back of the seed packs. Anytime you buy a seed pack, there should be directions on the back of it. If you put too much soil on top, you'll just bury the seed, it will suffocate it, and it either won't grow or won't grow very well or take longer to grow. Okay, so I've just covered, and it says to firmly pat down. Maybe a little bit more because I can see a few of them still. And do this with potting soil. Don't do this with garden soil. Garden soil is too heavy. Potting soil is nice and light. It has vermiculite, perlite. There's usually some peat moss in there. It all just adds airspace in the soil so it doesn't go heavy on you. So don't use garden soil, use potting soil. So there, it's all patted down. Now to water it. When you plant, and this goes for any seed, when you plant any seed, you don't want to just pour water on top. Those are little itty bitty seeds. If you water too much, you'll drown them. The water could pull the seed down further, so it's down further in the soil and not where you intended it, near the top. So I always suggest to mist the soil, and that way you're just kind of misting right where the seed is. As the seed starts to grow, then you can water, but until your seed gets like maybe an inch or so, you want to mist it. That will also help if you have problems, even with veggies or anything like that. If you get the dampening off, the seed starts to grow, and then right at the soil level it rots off. Sometimes that's due to too much water. So always mist your seeds. So I'm just gonna see if this works here. Should have tested it before I started. Let me see. It might not work, but everyone knows what misting is. It sounds like it wants to. Yeah, it's not gonna work. No, should have tested it before, but that's okay. So you guys know you're gonna mist the soil so it's all evenly misted, the whole thing, and you're not going to let that dry out. So that doesn't mean keep it muddy, but as you see, like when you mist it, you'll see the color change in the soil. It goes darker brown or black. And then watch the soil. When it starts to look like it's changing color, so drying out, you're going to mist it lightly again. Again, don't soak it. I feel this is gonna work. I'm gonna keep trying. Don't soak it, just keep a nice even moist on it. When it starts to grow up, and this stuff will grow quickly because it germinates in 5 to 10 days. Once it starts getting a bit bigger, then you can put your, use like a water bottle or a watering can on it. Then once it's whatever height you want, you can give it to your cat and they can enjoy. Have a great day, guys.